And we're back. Caleb, again, finds himself in the sleepy little town of Novak after running some errands for Ranger Andy and growing somewhat of a conscience, hunted down and exterminated a group of Legion slavers, freeing a couple of powder gangers, albeit begrudgingly. And in amongst all of that, he discovered that he now has a more permanent form of lodging here in Novak. A sort of ramshackle motel room that for a fleeting moment almost spurred on an existential crisis revolving around alcohol use. Luckily, that was all abated by the discovery of a dirty business suit in a closet, something which Cal has no experience with. And from that point, Cal has decided to make his journey out of Novak, hopefully for the foreseeable future. Okay, Boone. One crisis averted. The next one is... What is next? What do we have? So currently it is 1656. Alright, so it's probably not let's traipse into the wasteland time. Yes. We can... Well, pretty much our only way is north that I truthfully care about at this present moment. And that involves us going to Boulder City to find those great cons. And no, the teddy bear is not mine. For a brief moment, I thought that was purified water. And I don't know if I would trust that food. It seems like it's been sitting out for quite a while. So, let's get some sleep. A nice long rest. And we'll make our way north at the crack of dawn. Yeah, wasn't kidding about the whole crack of dawn thing. Sun isn't even up. Ooh, and I'm a bit hungry. So, let's solve that with... I have a steak. And I need water. We can do with a little bit more food and a bunch of water. Okay. No. There should be something. Apple. Pear. Oh, okay, that's better. And lastly, water. I'm not a doctor, but I would deem that sufficient. Let's not break my neck on the way down to the stairs. And off we go, Boone. Putting this dinosaur behind us. And hopefully the robot as well. It's a very strange way of following me. Or am I following him, seeing as he got here first? Regardless, he's shown up in too many places that I have to be a coincidence. What's that? Interesting. Don't know that I am... There we go. That's the gun I wanted. But I'm curious enough to run all the way over there, though. And we ooh. That looks tempting, Boone. Do I resist the urge or not? Yeah, we're going over there. Regardless if you like it or not, Boone. This is how we operate. This is how we roll. If you don't like it, you can head back to the dinosaur. Okay. So far, roads are clear. Oh, we can see what I presume is Vegas. Okay. The trader kind of scared me for a moment.
Take him out. Can't run from me.
Oh.
You like that?
What the? Whoa.
You've done a good turn for the NCR, and now we'd like to do one for you. There's an NCR emergency two-way radio. You call, and we'll come running. You're not alone out here. The NCR has your back. Stay safe and good hunting.
Cool. Where did you come from? And I don't know how I feel about that. Although I do prefer that to the alternative of having them very angry with me and sending death squads. That's something that you do, right? Oh. I don't really need anything. Whatever. Right, Boone? NCR sends people to kill you if you're angry, right? Or would you not tell me? Is that like a closely guarded governmental secret? Were you one of them? You strike me as the type. But let's see what we got here. Helios 1. Now, if I remember correctly, the kind old lady at the junkyard said it was a power plant. I could be... I think it's a safe bet. Those looks like solar cells of some form or another. 1, 2, 3. 4. And a dog. Not exactly well defended.
This is a restricted area. State your business.
Hey. Just so you know, I'm pretty friendly with the NCR. Anything I can do to help around here?
Your being here is a start, soldier. We aren't exactly overflowing with troopers here.
I wouldn't
But
go
if
that
you really
far.
want to help us, talk to the idiot with sunglasses in the back of the plant building. He's been trying to get this place running for months and hasn't made any forward progress.
Okay. I wouldn't necessarily classify myself as a soldier, more as like a neutral third party that hasn't pissed you off. I think is a more apt description of my relationship to your organization. Just so we're on the same page. But curious, shouldn't there be more of you defending a power plant? Even if it isn't the dam?
There should, but we're not getting much power out of it, so none of our enemies have big interest in it either. Not like Hoover Dam, anyway. We had a real fighting force here just long enough to take it from the Brotherhood of Steel. Then they got sent east to the dam like everybody else. Caesar's Legion sends skirmishers every so often, prodding for weaknesses mostly. The reality is, if they really wanted it, we'd all be dead.
Well, that's... sounds about right from everything else I've heard about you people. You said the Brotherhood of Steel is here. Why might that be?
Damned if I know. Put up a hell of a fight, though. We had them outnumbered, I don't know, 20 to 1 maybe? They held out as long as they could, lost most of their force before they retreated. Gave us a little parting gift, too. They had some of the plant running, but they shut it all down. Enabled an old security system, too, to keep us away from the controls. Jerk-offs.
That is pretty rude. Out of curiosity, what did you do or who did you anger to get thrown back here and not on the front lines?
I ask myself the same question all the time. But energy is hard to come by around here. Gives you more control over this area than troops ever could. Hell, if we lose the dam to the Legion, this little plant may be our last stand.
Yeah, that's dire. Well, you said the idiot with sunglasses. I'll take a look around.
Later.
Good day. Can't promise anything, though. Hello. Turn on some lights. Oh, Did they really do that bad a job? Come on, you can't activate this to at least get you some better lighting in here. Pardon me, it's a compulsion to get a lay of the land.
If the Legion breaks through our defenses, I got one bullet I'm saving just for me.
Is that how you all operate? I would expect more from you. Don't mind if I do. Yeah. Excuse me. 308s. I'll just be commandeering that as a ranking member of the technical crew here at Helios 1 on behalf of NCR. I appreciate your contributions to my efforts in getting this place up and running. You may be at ease. Like, take a note from him. He's doing things right. Also pick up this chair. Ooh. Welcome to Poseidonet. Weird. Archimedes testing. On Tuesday, February 16th at 2 p.m., technicians will be running a test of Archimedes and its connectivity with our plant security system. Under no circumstances should any employee be outdoors on the plant grounds until the alarm klaxon has ceased and an all clear is given. We have death and dismemberment waivers from all employees on file and are not responsible for any accidents that should occur during this procedure. Protective eyewear is mandatory for all technicians observing from the tower deck. Ooh. Is that what we're trying to do here? Interesting. Results. The initial testing of Archimedes was a success. That's promising, though not an unqualified one. Ew, okay. Several minor systems were overloaded despite all precautions taken, and the 2.5 minutes of downtime following the test is something we can work on improving. Yeah, that makes sense. You want to be able to use it more than that. More importantly, we received reports from nearby facilities that they experienced system-frying power fluctuations at the time of the test, notably the Black Mountain Communications Array and the military bunkers at Hidden Valley. We're going to make it a priority next time to prevent such collateral damage. Makes sense. Upcoming visit. Brigadier General Scott Lowe of the U.S. Army will be visiting the facility starting next Monday and staying on site indefinitely. When Archimedes goes live, he will be the only person here allowed to authorize its use for anything other than a test. Civilian employees are not required to salute, but it is expected of everyone that you observe thorough grooming and hygiene regimens and dress neatly while the General is with us. The General expects the best from all his men, and Poseidon men should be no different in the presence of such a fine and decorated soldier. Well, and this one seems a little bit less professional. Can I tell him? A Poseidon Energy publication for new employees. Oh. Basically, don't tell people what we're doing. As a member of the Poseidon family, it will be natural for you to become enthusiastic about the incredible endeavors you'll be undertaking with us, and to want to tell others. But just a second there, my good man. Let's take a minute to consider what could happen if company info fell into the wrong hands, and whose hands they might be. Can I tell my wife? Well, let's say you do. You tell her not to tell anyone, your bond is sacred, yada yada yada. But a woman's idle tongue is the devil's plaything. No sooner do you leave for work the next day than she is on the phone telling her best friend Candy. Then Candy tells Gertie, Gertie tells Maxine, Maxine tells Lulu, and while Lulu is telling Doris, a Chinese agent posing as an American operator listens in, and the next thing she's on the line with the Forbidden City, singing like a treasonous canary. Following day, you and your wife are bound in the shackles, and China is sitting at the controls of our entire arsenal. Can I tell my children? You might ask. What father wouldn't want his kids to look up to him? Don't be that father. One day at school, Ivan Bulikov, creative name, will get more than lunch money out of your kids. He'll have national secrets. And while they're parading him through Red Square as a national hero, your children will be working in forced labor camps right next to you and your beautiful young wife, who's now wrinkled and homely since the communists have banned makeup because it expresses individuality. It's a mighty leap there. You might also ask, can I tell my drinking buddies? That one seems a little bit more straightforward, but okay. Surely, if there's somewhere safe, a man can place his trust, it is with his other male friends. But how much do you really know about them? Are they friends? Or, dun dun dun, comrades? Don't be too sure. Even the most transparent window can hide secrets when it's lined with iron curtains. Anyways, remember, you are a member of two families now, and you have obligations to both. But your obligation to the Poseidon family is greater. Company before family. Love it. Because while your children may misbehave, and your friends may change, and your wife may nag and cheat on you, that came out of left field, Poseidon Energy will always be paying for and protecting your way of life. Don't tell anybody about anything about the projects of Poseidon Energy. When pressed, tell them that your job is repetitive and not worth discussing, but the company is nurturing and gives good benefits and is always looking for new talent. Well, that was actually rather enlightening. And good news, Boone. I feel I've got a good grasp on what they're doing here. Why is everyone inside? Shouldn't she be like, out protecting the power plant or something? You don't need them anyways, you're inside. Ooh. A lot of ammo laying around. And cigarettes. Who am I to judge? Let's not. Anger. Man. I mean, if you're inside doing nothing, you could at least clean the place up. Is that too much to ask? Thank you. Apparently it is. Oh, hello. What do we got here? Oh, okay. First things first. Can't be bothered to read a bulletin board. Just what emails are for. Thank you for your apple. What's up here? Not a lot. Oh, got another door, Boone. Ooh, okay.
What is it?
I'm going to have you
I'll sit tight.
just wait outside. Don't mind me. Yoink. Alright, alright. Eastern Reflector Control Terminal password. You might not want to leave that laying around, because you never know who might take it. I don't know anything about any password that was sitting around on a desk. Maybe you shouldn't leave it on a desk. Oh, yeah. I'm glad I have that. Let's take a look here. Nope, nothing. Well, that was...
What is it?
You ever get those moments where you have intense disappointment?
I've got your back.
Yeah, that was one of them. We got some useful stuff, though. Just was expecting more. I was thinking that was the lieutenant's quarters. Maybe have some juicy NCR details in there. You know, that kind of stuff. Do we go up or straight? I'm trying up. Oh. Pardon me.
If the Legion breaks through our defenses, I got one bullet I'm saving just for me.
Jeez. Oh, people are so... I don't know. Like... got no drive? I don't know. You just feel like you've already been defeated. Get your act together. I mean, I don't blame you. I mean, the Legion's a... I didn't do that. Luckily, no one was down there. Otherwise, that could have been real bad. Thank you. I really hope that teddy bear wasn't a child that they just let waltz around here. Oh, okay, that just cycles back through. Yeah. Oh. Come on, Boone. I have determined that the location of our goal is likely that door that we decided to ignore.
We should be up on the front lines, not out here in Bumblefuck. This place is a junkyard.
Well, currently, yes. But if you knew the things I knew, you'd maybe change your tone. Although it also appears that you haven't had a lot of promise in getting this place up and running. Ooh. Would it be too pretentious to put glasses on to make myself look smarter for this guy that I'm going to be talking to? Maybe. And while we're at it, yeah, no, they're kind of busted. That's better. Aha. So this must be the, how did she put it? Moron in sunglasses? Speaking of which, why are you wearing sunglasses indoors? Hello? That's a very bizarre noise. Is that you?
Who the hell are you? They bring you in to replace me? They're replacing me, aren't they?
Out of curiosity, why are you worried about being replaced?
Worried? Do I look worried to you? I've got this under control, baby. No one else can do what I do here.
Yeah, I'm sure. What do you do here?
What else? I'm in charge. This whole operation depends on me. No fantastic, no power. Got the whole NCR suckling my teats, and it feels so good.
Okay. You don't necessarily strike me as the science type. Not to say that I am. How, may I ask, did you acquire this position?
It was easy, man. They were going door to door asking if anyone knew any scientists. I said look no further. They asked me if I knew anything about power plants. I said as much as anyone I had ever met. They asked me how well I understood theoretical physics. I said I had a theoretical degree in physics. They said welcome aboard.
Damn, that's pretty good. I gotta give it to you. You pulled that one over on them. I respect that. So, what do you exactly do here?
Fuck, man. Everything. I push buttons, I turn dials, I read numbers. Sometimes I make up little stories in my head about what the numbers mean. Like one time I imagined they were a code to get into a vault full of naked women. Man, how cool would that be?
Oh. So, long and short of it is you don't have a clue what you're doing?
No, man. I know exactly what I'm doing. I just don't know what effect it's going to have. Over there controls power in this building. That station has readouts on the computer network. That big knob there makes a crazy noise. Sparks come out of that slot if you put stuff in it. And I'm learning more every day.
Oh my. And your end goal is what?
Well, see, we're getting power because the guy running this place is fantastic. But the mirrors outside aren't aimed right, so we're running at 1% efficiency. And I guess that just isn't good enough for some assholes. Trouble is, most of the controls for this place aren't here. They're in the tower. And that place has some crazy pre-war security system that the dumb shit NCR set off when they took over. Killed 2 guys. Now they won't go near it. They want me to make an omelet, but I can't break any of their eggs. Know what I'm saying?
Damn. You're more with it than I would have given you credit for. I like that. So you essentially need someone to retarget the mirrors. How would one go about doing that?
There's these 2 terminals outside. They control the mirrors. I tried fooling with them, but didn't get very far. You'd have to get them to talk to the mainframe up in the tower, then do the rest from up there. I'm guessing, but it sounds good, right?
Yeah, hey, makes sense.
You're not thinking about going up there, are you?
Depends. I kinda am now.
Well, hey, if you find yourself up at the mainframe, do yourself a favor and make sure you send the power to the right place. It needs to go to the Strip and McCarran.
And why should I divert power to the Strip and McCarran?
Because I get paid, that's why. Per kilowatt hour. Whatever the hell that is. That's where the NCR wants the power, so that's where I want it. But you know, you do that, maybe I put in a good word for you with them. Fantastic's little helper. There's a reputation you can hang your hat on.
Or I could not do that and completely screw you over. My respect for your little con only goes so far.
Here, you'll want this. It's the password to one of the terminals outside. Found it written on one of the stalls in the bathroom.
Thank you. Boone, why didn't you tell me? Everyone is so inept here. Passwords just strewn about on bathroom walls. It's pretty inexcusable. And who are you?
It's unusual to see a new face here. Are you a soldier or a scientist?
I prefer to say neither. More of a drifter.
I see. Then you must have some special business here, for them to have let you through.
Purely curiosity, and their security standards are pretty lax. But they said that they're looking for help getting this place up and running.
Interesting. Forgive me for prying, but I'm curious. Are you with a particular group?
Not really. I just try to keep everything in balance. You know, peace and all that.
That's reassuring. Although many who've made that claim to the followers of the apocalypse over the years have had less than pure intentions. But if it's
What
really
about?
as you say, then take my advice. This installation carries with it dangers that no one here has realized. Take care of what you do here and who you listen to. Some things are best left buried with the old world.
Yeah. Boone, I think he knows about the Archimedes. Interesting. I mean, the primary thing that Lieutenant out front was mentioning was about increasing power output.
Then I would say do it. As long as the power of this plant is committed to the regional grid and not to a weapon, we are safe. If you're the one to restore output, then you can route the power where you choose, and they'll never be the wiser. I can't get you past the security in the tower, but I can be of some help. I've discovered a password for one of the mirror control terminals outside. You'll need it.
Well, I appreciate that. So, you mentioned weapon. That seems oddly specific. What else is going on here?
I don't entirely know. Our records on the company that built this place suggest that their dealings were not only in energy, but also in weapons. And I've seen equipment here marked with symbols used by the pre-war military, targeting computers, shock sensors.
Yeah.
A code word comes up repeatedly in the papers I've looked through here. Archimedes.
Yeah, so have I. So, yeah, I'm guessing you think that it's a weapon they built here. I'm pretty darn certain it is.
Yes, and the technology they have in this facility is like nothing I've seen. Some of it reminds me of Enclave equipment, but more advanced. A weapon based upon it would be catastrophic, no matter who claimed it. It's no wonder the Brotherhood wouldn't give it up.
I was thinking the same thing. So presumably they know about it. But if that's the case, why haven't they, attempted to retake it?
They weren't here for me to ask, but I doubt they were here for electricity.
No, they have
When
the
the
type.
NCR first came here, it was under Brotherhood control. They usually steer clear of one another, but something here changed their minds. The Brotherhood's interest in pre-war technology has always been in weapons. It's likely they were trying to reclaim Archimedes when the NCR arrived.
You and I, man. We're mind synced or something. So NCR doesn't know about the weapon.
Not yet. By some miracle, they've hired an imbecile to try and decipher the systems here.
Yeah, I
He
noticed.
spent months working at one console trying to get the solar reflectors to track the sun. What he doesn't know is that the only thing the console controls is the plant's intercom system. I tried to tell him, but he insisted that the largest console had to be the most important. Still, it's only a matter of time.
Why are you trusting me with this? This is a lot of info to just hand out to some random person.
I'm a man of letters. I'd be torn to pieces by the security system they have in that tower. I'd never reach the mainframe. But eventually, the NCR will. Or if not them, Caesar's Legion. They will use this place for war. Because the possibility exists you might do anything else, you're the only choice I have.
Very rationally put out. That makes sense to me. Why are you here, though?
I was sent here when we saw that the NCR had taken it. We have no record of the facility, but its original builders were cause for concern. I'm to determine the threat level of this place and do everything in my power to prevent the revival of any dangerous pre-war technology. The NCR let me stay because they are desperate for answers about this place, but I've kept them in the dark.
Alright. And where would you recommend I route power? You mentioned the regional grid?
Oh, the NCR has their own designs for it, no doubt, but resist the urge to send it only to the thriving communities. The need for power is great everywhere. Distributing it evenly is the most rational and humane choice.
I will take that into advisement. And you mentioned the followers of the apocalypse. That's a very... I don't know. It doesn't have the ring of optimism to it. Unless you're saying that you're following post the apocalypse. Which then it's just... any group would technically be a follower of an apocalypse. Or the apocalypse in this case. Yeah. That's a lot of thinking.
Humanity lost many things after the war. Methods of agriculture, techniques for survival. We took it upon ourselves to piece together this knowledge and bring it back to them.
Okay. Continue.
Other things weren't lost, but were blocked from our collective memory. Knowledge of what we're capable of and how things spiral out of control. It's in our nature to want to forget truths that keep us awake at night. And for that reason, it's all the more important that the followers walk the ways to remind people of them.
Alright. Well, from what I'm gathering, you don't necessarily work hand in hand with the NCR. Is that a proper presumption?
We did for a time, but our goals differ. The NCR only cares to expand their wealth and their reach. For us, territory boundaries mean nothing, and prosperity has to be for everyone, not just citizens of the NCR. So parting was inevitable. While the NCR pushes east, we clean up the mess they leave behind, try to provide some stability.
Interesting. You have a very compelling plan and argument. Where do you happen to be based?
We're scattered mostly. We go where we're needed. Our largest presence is in Freeside, at Old Mormon Fort. Other than that, I know Dr. Usanagi set up a practice near the Crimson Caravan, and a man we train is operating out of the Aerotech building. Another man, Tom Anderson, was looking into water supply problems in Westside, but that was a while ago.
Well, I appreciate your assistance and information, Ignacio.
Goodbye.
Why didn't they put you in charge? Maybe that's a good thing they didn't. Boone, the NCR is a puzzling beast. Alrighty. Let's go, Boone. We got some computers to work on. And stuff. Don't mind me, trooper. I am just looking. I don't even have a gate. People. Where? What? I'm guessing target practice. No one else is running. Okay. That. Boone should tell your. That one's on me. You should really tell them that they could just, you know, put up a gate. I don't know. God. Damn it. I really hate people. But I've accepted the job. And I will not rest until that job is completed. I will, however. have to use a little chemical aid to recover. Oh. Such a useful thing to just waste because of the morons. Setting up mines instead of a gate. Boone. Gonna have to have words with them. Okay. We read those. Resets connection. Okay. Okay. Deep breaths. We only almost got blown up by a series of mines. Oh, yay. Wonderful. I have a feeling we're going to have to fix these things too. Probably because your idiot friends shot them up with rifles or something dumb. Blew them up with mines. I don't know. Oh, I'm guessing it's probably right here. What? Whatever. What's going on? Oh, you see, after all these drugs wear off, they put a gate here, but why couldn't they do it elsewhere? Yeah. Oh. Just... Oh, this feels wrong. Yeah, whatever. My aim's bad. A gate with some dogs. Guess I'll take that over mines and shotguns. 2 terminals down. I think that is everything. Yay. Wow. The ineptitude that I am showcased from these people does not bode well. And why are you... Boone, where are you? Do you care to explain to me why you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 at least beds just, you know, chilling out under an open sky when you've got perfectly good tents here? I mean, you could fit them. Instead, there's 2 boxes and a bedroll on the ground. Thank you. People are hopeless. Gonna really take a savior to turn your crap around. Nothing useful. I should probably also be careful about just picking locks on ammo crates that belong to a giant military. You know what, Boone? My favorite part about this is the ominous red glow. Oh, and the dead silence. That's a close runner-up.